Welcome to Secret Piano Games. My name is Cohen, and in this video I want to show you a transformation model that makes your music part of how you start your day, regulate your emotions and the atmosphere of your home. And before I show you how to do that, stay with me because this is what makes that transformation possible. I want to show you what becomes possible for you if you follow the roadmap to piano freedom. We're going to move through 6 parts together. First, the unveiling. What is the real problem in piano education? Unlocks. Why becoming this new kind of piano player changes far more than just your playing. Origin. How I went from frustration, self-doubt and years of failing at the piano to playing cinematic music freely without relying on sheet music. Roadmap. The step-by-step path that takes someone from stuck and overwhelmed to expressive and free. Community. Why this is not just a collection of lessons, but an environment designed to help you transform faster. Action. The first thing I want you to do today so your journey actually begins. There's a massive problem in the world of piano learning. A lot of people sit down at the piano because they want something beautiful. They want relief. They want expression, and they want that feeling of being able to touch the keys and create something that feels like a film scene, a memory, a storm, a confession, a release. But what they run into is a completely different world. Instead of music, they get decoding. Instead of expression, they get instructions. Instead of flow, they hesitate. Instead of freedom, they are dependent. They are told, directly or indirectly, that real piano playing means reading notes well enough, long enough, fast enough, accurately enough, and maybe one day, after enough years, they will finally earn the right to sound musical. So they begin manually translating symbols into fingers. This note, then that note, that rhythm, and after a while the piano stops feeling like an instrument and it starts feeling like paperwork. That is the tragedy, because many people do not quit because they do not care. No, they quit because the path they were given never matched the outcome they wanted. They wanted to become musical, and when that path fails them, they often make the wrong conclusion. They do not say maybe the method was wrong, they say maybe I just don't have the talent, maybe I'm not one of those naturally gifted people. Maybe some people just have it. Maybe I missed the window, maybe I'm not disciplined enough. Only a small number of people reach piano freedom through reading notes. Not because reading notes is bad, but because it teaches reproduction and not actual creation. When the sheet music ends, the music stops, it's linear. I don't think that people are either lazy or disciplined. I think that there is either a difference between a lack of clarity and that some people have a natural resilience towards learning the piano. Because yes, maybe they had the advantages in their youth, or it aligns with their character. Is that absolutely essential to master piano? Do you recognize those thoughts that maybe you think like, I can understand theory a little bit, but I will never really feel free? That belief destroys more piano players than lack of effort ever will. So here's the truth. The real divide in piano is not talented versus untalented. It's pattern recognition versus note decoding. One path teaches you to stare at individual bricks. The other teaches you to see the shape of the whole building. One path keeps you translating forever. The other helps you recognize musical structures so quickly that playing begins to feel intuitive. And that is where a new identity comes in. The identity we are building here is the cinematic pianist. What is a cinematic pianist? A cinematic pianist is someone who can sit down at the piano and create emotionally powerful music without being trapped by sheet music. A cinematic pianist doesn't chase notes, we chase tones. Notes is what you see and tones is what you hear. We generate sounds dynamically based on existing patterns. We don't study theory, we arrive at theory, intuitively through discovery. We feel, then listen, respond, and then we can play 10 minutes of flowing music without sheet music. A cinematic pianist understands shapes, movement, tension, release, atmosphere, and emotional direction. A cinematic pianist can take simple building blocks and turn them into something that feels personal and alive. Not by guessing randomly, not by memorizing 1,000 notes, but by learning a system, a clear, visual, emotional system. That is what this community is about. Not just learning piano, learning how to think like a free player, learning how to hear emotion more clearly, learning how to see the keyboard in patterns instead of chaos, learning how to create music that feels cinematic even if you feel stuck, rusty, or unsure. Here's the metaphor I want you to keep in mind. Most piano teaching hands you a dictionary and asks you to write a poetry. This roadmap teaches you to be free. It teaches you how sound feels, how sounds behave, how movement works, and how to create meaning from the keyboard. That is the unveiling. The old identity says I'm someone trying to keep up with the notes. The new identity says I am a cinematic pianist. And once that identity changes, everything else starts to change with it, which leads us to section 2. Unlocks. Why become a cinematic pianist? Why does this matter so much? Because this is more about than just sounding nice for a few seconds. This identity unlocks freedom. Let me explain. Before this shift, the piano often feels like a test. You sit down and feel pressure, you make mistakes and feel exposed, you stop and restart, you second guess, and you touch the keys, but you do not really feel at home there. After this shift, the piano becomes a place where you can return to, a place where you can think, breathe, process, play, and release. That is one unlock, emotional freedom. Another unlock is creative freedom. Most stuck piano players are trapped in either one of two prisons. Either they depend on sheet music for everything, or they can improvise a little bit, but it quickly falls apart. They run out of ideas and they repeat the same thing they can play and impress their friends. But it loses structure and they feel random. A cinematic pianist escapes both prisons. You're no longer dependent and you are no longer directionless. You start to understand how to shape it, repeat it, with variation, with tension, create contrast, and sustain a musical journey for 10, 20, or even 60 minutes. That is a massive life upgrade. Because now the piano is not something you visit occasionally, it becomes something you can enter, like stepping into a landscape. So when you start to begin playing this way, something deeper happens. You stop seeing music as something only professionals get to own. You realize music can become part of your life, part of how you start your day, part of how you regulate emotion, part of how you create beauty in your home, part of how you connect with other people, and part of how you feel like yourself. And that matters. A lot of adults quietly carry the pain of abandoned creativity. They wanted music to mean more in their life, but at some point they concluded that they were either too late, too slow, too behind, or not gifted enough. This path pushes back against that lie. Because the truth is, many people do not need more discipline. They need a better doorway. And that is what the cinematic pianist identity provides. It says you're not broken, you're not behind, you're not unmusical, you may simply have been trained through the wrong lens. So if section 1 was about seeing the problem clearly, section 2 is about seeing the possibility clearly. Now let me show you where this all came from. Section 3, Origin. I did not build this because I grew up feeling effortlessly gifted at the piano. I built this because I was unconsciously frustrated. There was a period of my life where I was learning to play the piano from sheet music. Precision, standards, timing. 9 out of 10 exercises I didn't love. But inside, I still had this hunger for something else, something emotional, something beautiful, something that felt like a real form of expression. The piano kept calling me, and yet every time I approached it the traditional way, I ran into the same wall. I would try to read, try to follow, try to decode, try to be disciplined enough, try to be one of those people who somehow just gets it. And if you would zoom out and look at me as a player, you would have thought that maybe I was lazy or not disciplined. Not because I did not care, because I cared deeply. That was exactly what it made it so painful. I wanted to play music that moved me, but the path I was on made me feel mechanical, slow, disconnected. And after enough failed attempts, a dangerous thought starts creeping in. Maybe I just don't have it. It's a brutal thought because it does not just attack your skill, it also attacks your identity. And it makes you feel like the door is closed for people like you. Like musical freedom belongs to some other type of person. But eventually, something changed. I started to see patterns on the keyboard. When I tried playing these chords and scales across different keys, suddenly the black notes made sense. Theory became suddenly very enjoyable because as soon as you start seeing these patterns on the keyboard, it just becomes nothing more than true fun. That became the breakthrough. And arpeggios were the missing link. Where sheet music closed the door for me, emotional cinematic improvisation opened the door for me. And I could sit down and play. Maybe not perfectly in the beginning, or magically amazing immediately, but freely. And I no longer needed to wait for sheet music to tell me what I could play in the next 10 seconds. I started creating cinematic music directly from the keyboard, using my own imaginations, using these simple patterns called color blocks. And I could trust them and come back to them every time. That changed everything for me. Because now the piano was no longer a place I had to study notes in order to play something nicely. It became a place where I could think, feel, experiment, and express. And once I saw that this freedom was real, I knew something immediately. I could not keep this to myself. Because I knew there were thousands of players living in the exact same frustration I had lived in. Players with enough theory to understand something is happening. Players with enough love for music to care deeply. And players with enough effort to keep trying. But without a system that actually gives them access to freedom, that became the mission. But without a system that actually gives them access to freedom. And that became my mission, to help stuck players achieve the same musical freedom, to help them stop feeling like broken readers, to help them stop thinking playing the piano is not for them, to help them play as a safe place to feel and express, to help them become a cinematic pianist. So this is the roadmap to piano freedom. It's a transformation model that takes you from feeling stuck and unmusical to playing cinematic, emotional, powerful music with freedom. There are 5 phases in total, so each phase solves a specific problem and each phase builds onto the next one. And each phase helps you become more at home at the piano. So the first phase is feel. Phase 2 is foundation. Phase 3 is focus. Phase 4 is fun. Phase 5 is free. That's the roadmap. And once you understand the path, progress becomes predictable. Community. Secret Piano Games is not just a place where you learn stuff. It is a place where transformation happens for our members. Learning alone can feel very heavy. Learning together builds momentum. Inside this community, you are surrounded by cinematic piano players. Secret Piano Games is not just a place where you learn stuff. It is a place where transformation happens for our members. Learning alone can feel intimidating. Learning alone can feel very heavy. Learning together builds momentum. Inside this community, you are surrounded by cinematic piano players walking the same road. People discovering patterns. People learning emotional playing. people sharing wins and struggles. That environment accelerates progress because when you surround yourself with winners, it's likely you become one as well. When you see someone one step ahead of you succeed, your brain accepts that progress is possible. When you share your own progress, accountability becomes stronger. And when you ask questions, clarity automatically arrives. This community removes learning in isolation. The group pushes you forward, and that momentum is what makes transformation real. Action. Here's your first step. Introduce yourself in the community. That's it. Simple, direct, powerful. Do not skip it. This small action marks the start of your journey. When you introduce yourself, you stop being an observer. You become a participant. You create your first connection with someone across the world. You create your first momentum and your network doubles in size. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you feel stuck. Tell us the weather in your country. That's enough. Welcome to Secret Piano Games and welcome to the roadmap to piano freedom. Welcome to becoming a cinematic pianist. Now go and introduce yourself in the community.